that's not good. I have to hold back some comments.
Yes. In fact, the comments that I literally, just before you said that, I changed over so that everybody could hear us. So all is well.
My computer is functioning-ish.
It's probably doing better than mine now.
Ow! My toe.
What about it?
Yeah, what not about it?
My elbow.
I want to know who's going to be in my split, because I can't remember how many registered. I think it was 90 something.
Oh,
Sean.
My I rating's 1700, so I'm not going to be in your split.
Sean.
Yeah, Ben.
Sean says, shh, he's trying to watch.
Ah. Who's... what?
I'll just wait for the pair of you to get that little run through your little rat wheels in your head.
Oh,
No, it's already there. I'm already on the stream.
Yeah, yeah.
Problem.
Uh-oh.
Problem.
Uh-oh.
I'm not in your
Alcohol.
split.
Oh, you're in split too.
I'm in with Rob.
Yeah,
of
but
course.
Ben, the bad news is I'm in with you.
Yeah, that's because my O rating's taken an absolute hit the last couple of weeks.
Oh. Rob,
Well, why
I'm
am I
with you,
bothering to go out on track?
I know, I'm sorry.
If I hit you, I apologise in advance.
Sean, do you want...
It's all good.
Oh shit, I don't have my quali set up. Right, so we're going to use a setup
I
that...
think anyone who has
I
the
got
set from
lent.
AOSC is in our session.
Guys, I'm
Ow.
frightened.
Jordan, I think you said you're frightened. Just confirming,
Yes.
is that what you said? Say
I-
A firm if it is.
A firm.
Okay.
What is wrong with you?
Guys, I just wanted to be in your split and have a wobble. Instead, I'm going to have to actually drive.
Nah, pretty sure. I'm pretty sure me and Jordan's second split.
Ben,
What's
is
it
there
looking at
anyone
some of
else
the names?
from... I don't think there's anyone else here. No, it's
I
just
don't
you
do
and
any
me.
good.
The
roads
track
in
temperature is
second
increasing. It's now 25 Celsius.
I don't do any good in general.
If anyone's got a spare second, no, it doesn't matter. It's all good. Quality's about to start.
What are you after, man? You want to put it
no.
in the G drive or something?
Sean, I'm
Or
about to
Discord,
share a
just
setup with
somewhere
you
that I
very
can get to
shortly
it.
and you're going to need it.
Yeah, I can.
No, I'm not.
Thanks, dude.
Trust me, it's a lot better.
You want
It's
the quali
one
or the race
that
set?
Josh Rogers
Or
uses.
both?
Both.
Don't
If you
want
can.
Sean,
We'll have a look at it later.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it later, Ben. I've got a setup I'm extremely happy with.
okay, well I've just shared it in the... Oh, for fuck's sake, it's failed because I've got to change that. I've just shared it to you with it failed.
I now have no game volume thanks to you making me stuff around.
And, it's set up for quali, not race at the moment, so...
I have a setup that's perfect for both. You just have to...
All clear. Push now. Okay then, we've got 2 laps.
Okay, so-
let's get this done.
I've got to say one thing to the viewers. Sorry, because my volume is currently through the roof, so I can't hear me either. And considering my headset literally has my own voice playback, that's probably not a good thing for my ears.
I'm going to have to qualify with no volume. Thanks, Danny, for making me change.
Don't blame me.
Ben, we will blame you because you're the one who whinged about background noise.
It was horrendous.
And I dealt with it for like over an hour and it wasn't even that bad.
It was that bad that you would have actually heard it over the car during the race. Well, maybe not with how loud it currently is in my ears, but with what I'm about to turn it down to, yes. Oh, actually,
Maybe
Sean, is
drop
that
volume.
extremely loud, or is it because I've got my headphones maxed at the moment for some unknown reason?
Right.
It-
This is going to compromise the hell out of my qualifying run. I'll rely on the noise of the car.
It'll give you a good I rating boost.
Nor do I want that.
I don't know, but I've just cocked up the first corner quite badly. What's the track temp? It's quality, it won't have it.
Oh no, I just can't hear you.
25 here. So I think all weather is
Yeah, well, I've got a current reference time of a 1:30 flat.
and because I can't hear the car, I'm just going wide.
Well, you should be going off feel and sight as well, Jordan.
No, I can't drive without hearing. That's an issue.
And didn't you just turn the microphone booster down?
Yeah, but I unplugged it 1,000 times.
Oh god.
Didn't I? I'm gonna start one. I started talking,
I've done a 1:31.8. That was with a very botched first corner.
I can't hear the lock.
Well then don't lock it up.
But I can't. I can't hear when it isn't doing when it isn't.
Oh, I've done better through there than I thought I was actually going to.
31.7.
I wish I could say same, but not quite. Fuck, I botched that. Actually, I did a 31.8. Because actually, for anyone who's going, what the fuck's he on about, the sound does actually make a huge difference when it comes to driving these things.
Oh yeah.
Without sound, it is extremely hard. The fact that Jordan's done a 31.7 without sound is quite impressive, actually. It's like trying to read sign language without knowing what sign language is.
What is sign language?
Yeah. And Sean tries to read it all the time.
Look, it's basically like trying to drive a V8 supercar and expecting it to have the grip of a Formula 1 car.
Yeah, I've done a 1:30.9.
P4, you're
My
now
best is going to be a
0.4 off the pace.
1:31.7.
I've just missed the apex there. I reckon I can go faster than that without a doubt. In this temp.
That's just absolutely fucking great. I'm going to enjoy starting 20 seconds.
Anyone got any ideas of fuel numbers or what we're doing for fuel?
Just fill it up for the start.
Yeah, fill it up for the start, fill it up for the second fill.
Oh, that's right, it's a fucking long race tonight. Oh fuck, so far going on this. Betting this is my third lap, so it won't count, but so far it's a fucking quick lap.
Right, let's see if I can get Brian back by rejoining the session in 2 minutes. This doesn't work.
Have you remembered to check the options in iRacing to make sure that it hasn't screwed up the... Yeah.
Remember, I had this in Scott and I restarted it.
Okay, so even though this won't count, let's see how fast it is. It's gonna be a little bit, about a tenth faster. Yeah, 1:30.8.
But Ben, you're in fifth.
Yeah, 1:30.8 would have me, in fact, exactly where I am anyway.
Nah, sorry, the baseline's pretty good though, just change the gear ratio to 1.
29.8.
That's doable.
Fuck, that's still pretty quick to be fair though.
Yeah, I think I'm using a Laguna Seca setup.
Oh, it's quite quick for split, probably 3.
So it
Yeah.
is split.
Right, I'm gonna go back to...
Can
the
someone
gear
give me an
ratio
update on
change.
how much of qualifying's left?
55 seconds.
Oh, great. Not happy, Jan.
Call me maybe.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Come on, load. Yes, it's loaded. Have I got volume? I don't. Yes, I do.
Oh, I was about to say, well, this could be interesting. Sean, do you want me to share you this setup because it is quite a nice setup?
No, I don't. I still don't have sound.
Jesus.
Then.
You're good? Righto.
I still don't have noise. Although that could be because there's no cars on the track.
I was going to say you'll find out shortly. For crying out loud, can you not blow my ears up?
To the viewers,
That's the end of
sorry.
the session. P5.
All
No, you're not
two of-
sorry.
I've got sound. Good news, ladies
All
and
two of you, one of which is me. I'm sorry.
Am I ready to go to the grid?
Fuck, I haven't done fuel.
Tyres, fuel.
Fuel, max,
Gareth.
tyres are fine. She'll be right. Let's go.
Come on, let me put fuel in.
What's the track temp?
25, so not too bad actually.
Good luck, all.
I was asking the crew chief, but he didn't tell me anyway,
I'll let,
so thank you.
Didn't
people
you?
know fuel numbers when I
Thank you, Rob.
Sweet.
Legend.
currently
everyone.
I need 75.
Yeah,
Oh.
from memory, it was pretty close to a full tank.
Legendary.
So is this a 1 or 2 stopper?
Well, by the sounds of it, maybe one.
Okay.
So Rob, is this a 1 or 2 stopper, do you reckon?
It was one on
Oh,
Saturday.
shit.
Yeah, it's
Good.
Mine was about a 6-minute pit stop. That's because I binned it into a wall.
That's right.
Yeah, it's not usually
So
recommended.
essentially, if I just go into
Look
pit,
after your tyres,
when it's
my
pretty
tyres
much
were
empty,
hurting at the end of my stint.
fill it up at
I'm
about
second last on
lap
the grid.
23.
Yeah, I've got mine currently set at 77. Why is that all showing up? Shit.
I might drop my fuel down to 80. That's what I'll chuck in it, I reckon.
I'm last on the grid. Second last on the grid. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Oh god, Chris Barnes is right next to me. I have to get a good start.
Hopefully
here.
that fixed it.
As it
Yeah,
is,
well,
on
I'm
the
in
outside.
5th, so
46 laps. P5.
I'm now last.
Okay, Ben. Nice and neat. Stay out of trouble. Green, green, green.
Got a wobble of a start.
Top 10 is not looking good. Whoa.
Car on your left. Left side's clear. Left side's clear.
why is that showing up? Oh, for crying out loud, I've got my reference bar up top for some unknown reason.
That never normally shows up in a row.
Fucking
On your
hell, he
right.
braked early.
He's still there. Clear right.
Is that Keynes?
Start's okay.
Oh,
We're still in good shape here.
I think Grant Keynes is trying to murder me. Oh, that'll just confuse the crap out of me, so I run off the road.
So,
Move the screen closer to me. While racing is an interesting prospect.
I'm going
Mine's
to enable first pass.
25 inches I went for in the end, and I didn't even go curved because I couldn't be bothered.
Mine, which is on its way, is a 35-inch curved.
Wouldn't fit on my desk anyway.
Okay. I'm now 23rd out of 24.
Bugger it, I went to go up the inside of Keynes, but he cut me nose off.
Don't let this guy
lost
distract
me
you.
sometime. Adrian Zeal's going to go up the inside into here shortly. No, he's not. I braked later than him. Cop that. I know where the braking marker is.
Alright Ben, keep piling on the pressure. He'll make a mistake. Track limits, come on, keep it between the white lines.
Sorry, Adrian, just trying to keep it in a straight line. That was interesting. I ran off the road.
Is that what you called it?
Yeah, it didn't like the grass. Bloody have a go at me, mate. I was on the grass. What do you think I'm going to do? Just have all the grip in the world on the grass?
Yep.
You are in a V8 supercar.
The leader's
Oh
just done
yeah,
it
sorry,
on
of course. I've got all of the
13.3.
downforce and many off-road tyres.
Yeah, definitely. It's what it's for, off-roading, really.
Yeah, sorry, my fault.
The car in front of us is Vela.
Made a few passes now. I can still see Rob. Oh my god, there's 3 abreast on the straight. Rob's in the middle of it.
He will be pooing his punts. Quite rightfully so.
I've just gone full on Lowndes Morse code on the man in front of me.
I've just done a 31.5.
Well done Ben, you're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. Fastest lap. Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.3 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.2 off the pace.
Stop turning down on me, mate.
We've been warned about track limits.
Sean, are you running on a headset or speakers?
Headset.
Okay, because I can hear somebody's crew chief.
Clark, I've
That'll be
just gone
mine.
around.
Use all the track, force him
Really
to
took
find the
Rob
gap.
out the process. And I'm last. I can give up. I'll just run around in last, that's fine. Why is everyone so useless into that bottom corner?
Because you're just abnormally
What?
fast into there.
Well, I mustn't be because I'm last. There's going to be an awesome point for me.
Okay Ben, the fuel window opens on lap 4 and it should close on lap 25. The gap to Vela ahead is now 0.8.
Don't know what it's on about the fuel window opening on lap 4.
No, I think it's drunk.
It is very drunk. Unless it's considering a two-stopper.
I think it is.
I mean, it's end of fuel window, but in saying that, its end of fuel window wouldn't be on lap 20 something wouldn't be a two-stopper. If I could save that much fuel, it would be brilliant.
Fucking hell.
Jesus, if I could save that much fuel, it'd be brilliant in AOSC videos.
Sorry, mate. Like, I hadn't been balked by everyone.
Sean, you just did a 32 something.
Seriously, stop turning down on me.
Have a go at him over the game chat.
I don't have time. Qualifying just completely fucked me here. That's okay.
You've done a Lowndes.
Yeah, but unlike Lowndes, I'm not moving forward.
Could be worse, you could have done a Fabian.
True.
Been in a top 10 shoot. Well, I was going back before that, being in a top 10 shootout, being on for provisional pole, and then locking it up, going to the back of the session, and then getting spun into a wall and essentially having your race ended there. Well, no, not there, a more slow, painful version of there.
Yeah.
Fabian being spun into a wall was completely intentional.
Whether it was or not, I'm not going to make any comment, but the fact is I don't understand how there wasn't a decision on it. And then there was one later on, I'm not sure who it was.
Blanchard on Simona.
They gave Simona a 5-second penalty for that.
Ahead is increasing. It's now 1.0 seconds.
No, there was another one that they made no decision on. Actually, it might have been that, and then the 5-second penalty showed up. I was thinking, like, oh no, it wasn't. It was Blanchard on someone else, I think. Okay. Or it might have been the rookies going at it, and they gave no. They deemed it as racing incident, and he'd like just tagged the back of the car.
It was LeBrock on Stanaway.
Yes. That's right, because I made a comment about Stanaway's immaturity and the fact that he absolutely bagged. He did the flick spin, but then absolutely bagged it up, taking away and kept it bagged. And I said, well, that's a good way to keep your tyres under control.
Yeah, but as far as I'm concerned, Stanaway's a fucking idiot.
He's a good GT driver.
Someone like Jordan in the bloody car for the V8.
They really wouldn't.
He's a good GT driver, and that's the problem. In GT, they don't rub doors very often. What do they do all of in V8?
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
Oh, they do a bit more than rub doors. They try and trade doors in some cases. Well, back where he's racing in the
successfully in other cases.
Yeah, back where he's racing in the field, they're trading doors.
Well, at least I know I'm not making any more positions.
Yeah?
Unless someone crashes and dies in a 10-foot fire.
How did I just get? I just got full contact points for not hitting someone.
Netcode.
I did a full-on Lowndes Morse code to someone before and got a 0 contact point.
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times lately. Like, where I've hit someone big time and thought, fuck, sorry mate, and then realised that there was a 0 up the top and I was like, eh?
Well, look, mine was, you know, coming down the hill there in the braking zone.
Yeah.
I was fucking right. I was on the inside of me, just started to come over, and I didn't quite get it stopped as quickly as I really needed to for being on the inside. Just tagged his rear bumper mid-corner. And the next lap he spun himself out anyway. Whoa!
Sean, where did you quali?
That was a 132.0.
Not sure.
How far were you from Chris Barnes when you
Different up the
qualied?
rear bar.
Give me some room, seriously.
Right behind Chris Barnes.
Okay, because he's now in P7.
Yeah, I'm not in P7.
Where did you start though? Like, were you a fair way back or?
Sorry, mate.
I haven't checked on the OSR forums to see just how much without lube I'm going to get for the incident on Wednesday.
What happened?
I tagged the grass on the exit of the last corner, rotated, hit the wall, and then I saw Loxton coming and I didn't think there was enough room on the outside for him to take the normal line. So I released the brake to try and roll off onto the grass, but he was already committed to that line, nailed me big time. And then that ping-ponged me into Stephen Grimmer. Like, the car was still rotating quite rapidly when Steve hit me. I just lost a lot of time.
What did Grimmer have to say about that?
Oh, he said don't worry about it pretty much. And I let him past.
He's still there.
On like the last lap of the race.
Keep your line.
Well, the first race, and then I just took off from him at the
Hold
start.
your line. You're clear on the left.
That last lap was a 132.6.
On your left. Clear left.
Talk about fucking squeezing me.
There's a guy on your right.
Had
Clear on the right.
Come on, Ben. Nicely done.
Oh, he just pushed me over to almost less than a car width into turn 4. Just because I got on the brakes a whole heap later than him. Because he got on them really early.
The gap to Vela ahead is increasing. It's now 3.2 seconds.
Yeah, been there, done that. I got squeezed by someone a lot earlier. I went for the outside, he squeezed the outside. I went for the inside, there was no inside.
I just stayed committed and I ended up locking up because I got squeezed over that far.
Well, there's one time I was just halfway up his car in the braking zone, would have easily got it done up the inside, then yellow flag comes out just before I get
He's
home.
nearly just rotated himself around my nose.
So I had to smack on the brakes even harder just to slow off mid-corner so I didn't pass him under yellows.
He's still there. Still there. Right side's clear.
6th place.
Thanks, Chris.
Hey, my friend from Spa! I'm about to lap them.
Yeah, I think I have just backed my rear anti-roll down because I started to lose the rear end a lot.
Is that meant to go like 7 different times over everything?
Car right.
If I could not be so useless at driving this thing today.
Keep your line.
Sean.
Right side's clear.
Split 2.
I'm not even in the top 10 in split 3.
Why? You don't have to cover me. You know I'm fast.
Oh, fucking
Guy
hell.
on your left. Clear left.
Keep it within the track limits.
He's on your left. You are clear on the left.
This is going to be a crash. Well, he's hit him in a straight line. I'm 2.5 seconds down on my best this race, and I'm stuck in behind him.
P9.
Jordan, just wait, mop up the mess, mate.
Yeah, I think
Don't
my
become-
tyres have overheated. I'm really struggling.
Well, they've killed me now because I've dropped off the guys that I should be racing, which is midfield in this split. There's the mess. Oh no, you got to stop.
Speaking of there's the mess, that was a lucky saver, I would have been the mess.
Clear on the right.
You should have seen my save just before. I locked the brakes rears twice coming into turn 4.
Getting really frustrating now.
Come on, give me some grip.
Oh, mine's just understeered straight off the road. I think I've overheated.
What's the track temp?
tyres.
The track temperature's now 26 Celsius.
Yeah, it's gone up a degree, that's why. Our tyres have
The guy behind's
started to
catching
heat up
the
a bit
gaps
more.
now. 0.5. That lap time was 1:32.4.
Oh,
Yeah, because that was a 1:32.4.
Okay, Ben, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
completely squeezed me. Right up the inside here. Uh-oh.
There's got to be a chance here, keep harrying him.
Hey, give me room!
People are very, very, like, low room tonight. I've had 2 guys nearly spin themselves across my nose. One of those 2 also squeezed me into just about nothing into turn 4.
Cut the nose off again.
Yeah,
Blocked
no
up.
one wants to give any room tonight. I'm giving it that. Fuck, they all think they're the best.
I all
best
think they're Scott
defenders in
McLaughlin.
the world tonight.
That's the problem.
Here we go. Superior turn through the last corner, alongside in a straight line, but I'm on outside for turn 1.
That's alright, they'll just run you wide on the exit.
That's why you'd be slightly behind on the exit.
Got him. Got him. Now fucked up. Still got him. Yes! What a pass!
Oh, you're back with Richie.
He's gonna get me again. He's got me. No, I've got him back.
The gap ahead is now
I got
0.6.
a bad run out of there.
Just letting you know, Chris, if this guy gets up the inside, he won't mind a squeeze or to cut your nose off.
Have a guess who just lost an engine.
How'd you manage that?
Don't know.
Where were you braking?
Just in the hay shed, came into that left-hander, just on the brake, just back and forth, wasn't in the position.
The thing is, with you, we're not too surprised when engines go bang on the downshift.
What happened, Jordan?
Just lost an engine, you know, as you do.
That lap was at
That's an integral part of a
1:32.6.
race
Sector 2
car.
is 0.6.
Yeah.
Some say.
It's normally quite useful to have, funnily enough.
Considering the race wasn't going well anyway.
Come on, Ira, blue flags, mate. And I crashed into you at Spa.
All I wanted to do was get to the finish, so I tested my computer to get to the finish.
Still there.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Clear on the left.
Good pass, well done.
I have no idea what the hell Ira just said.
Go down the inside.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, my in-game chat is so quiet, it's not funny.
20 minutes.
My fuel calculator currently says 71 to make it to the end.
I'm gonna have to chuck in more because I'm not being kind.
Yeah, but the question is, are you going to be lapped?
Probably even. Does that worry me? No.
Well, my point is you can probably
Hell,
just stick
they've just been
71 in and
disqualified.
be more than fine. Oh, someone's been disqualified.
Okay, Ben, relax, focus, keep it smooth. P8.
Come on, don't come out onto the racing line. Thank you, man. Hey, you're the idiot who spun himself in front of me. Ah! Getting
I had
lapped now,
Adrian Zeal,
man.
who was the one I just about took out, trying not to fly sideways on the grass. He then had to go at me, cut back on the racing line after he rotated in front of Barnsey. It was just as I was making an epic overtake too on someone else.
Ben, how do you scream at your crew chief and tell him how much fuel you're on?
Pit stop, fuel, then say the litres. Make sure it's the right amount. Like, make sure it pops up at the right amount at the top, because sometimes it gets it, like, here's you wrong.
Oh yeah, so pit stop, fuel, and then the amount of litres you want.
Yeah, from memory, that's it. Pit stop, fuel,
You're losing
75
time here, man.
litres.
We need to pass him.
See, I did that and it just put 68.
We think we'll need to stop again.
This is not a
Pit
start
stop,
for you to click.
fuel, 75 litres.
Sorry, mate, I didn't catch that.
Pit stop,
Gap in front
fuel,
is now
75
1.0.
litres.
Your lap time
No, that
was
changed it to
132.6. We'll need to stop again.
Pit stop, fuel, 75 litres. That changed it to 70. Pit stop,
We'll need to stop
fuel,
again to go to
add
the end.
75 litres.
Didn't understand that.
This rate I'll
Mine's
get
gone.
on 6 to go, so on now. See you, boys.
Ooh, watch the engine, considering we've already had one go tonight. Oh, fuck it.
Pit stop, fuel, 75 litres.
Pit stop, fuel, add 75 litres.
I didn't catch that.
No, it's not with the ad, it's definitely what you said, but you got to be really clear on the longer.
Hey, you heard me the first time and then put 67 in the fucking
Yeah.
wrong go.
Oh, no,
But
no,
at
no.
least that's close enough that I can click through easily.
Yeah. Well, that's, I've got buttons set on my steering wheel to go up and down on any settings that I don't have programmed, so I just upped it. Watch out, Barnsey. Just so you know, Barnsey, this guy loves a real good squeeze.
Yeah, I think he's quicker anyway.
Yeah, well, he tried to shove me off
That lap
earlier.
time was 133.1. Your lap times are dropping off. Come on, you can do better than this.
I reckon he's overdriving it though after he went off.
Fuel, 75 litres.
There he goes.
Williams is now in the lead apparently.
Pro is reeling you in. The gap's now 1.9 seconds. Nice one, Ben. Good
I
pass.
can't
Nice
actually
front.
tell you, to be honest. I'm not that close to the lead anymore. up to 7th, so still 2 positions back from where I started. What's the track temp?
The track temp is now 26 Celsius.
Still 26. Must just be my tyres.
It's not too bad. Mine are
you idiot.
starting to chirp and stuff now, so...
Yeah, I made an adjustment to the setup for quali and forgot to change it. Back.
The gap in front is now
This is the
1.9.
setup that I developed.
I'm using one from Josh Rogers.
And Jordan and I are extremely happy with the way this drives on. For me, speed isn't going to be everything. I need something I can be happy enough to drive, otherwise I'll end up
E7.
easy to drive into a wall.
Yeah, well that's this one. This one's a little bit understeery from standard, but a little change of the roll bars and brake bias tuned it up really nicely for AOSC. I forgot to add some rear camber back into it. Because this one, I can guarantee, has got a lot more front camber than yours. Well, I say a lot more. Probably about 0.6. And the front stay a bit cooler. Keep it between the white lines, Sean.
Well, he's going to tell me to keep it between the white lines, so I just speared off the road in a braking zone in front of it.
Fuel calculator now says 74.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 2.2 seconds. Your lap time was at 1:33.2.
Go inside, Andrew. Thanks, Tyra. Thanks, mate. Copy. Copy.
They are really starting to have fade come through on these tyres.
Rears or fronts?
The fronts aren't paving too badly, they got a bit understeer, the rears are starting to slide a little bit.
Soften your front bar and move your brake bias forward a click.
My spotters just said we're almost out of fuel, but looks like we'll make it to the end. I think he's drunk.
Nah mate, trust him for sure. You'll be right, no pit stops.
So that's 75 litres in, I can't pit until there's less than 9 left in the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, come through, mate. Hurry up.
Sorry, mate. I'm trying to get back on the right lap.
What's that,
Gap
Ross
ahead is
Wilson
now
guy
0.6.
saying?
Oh, surely not. Well, he's saying he's trying to get back on the right lap. I'm wondering if he's taken someone up front out.
No, he's just tried to go past me to unlap himself. But what he's done is run me out of room on the outside, and because I knew he was far enough forward that it wouldn't do any steering damage or anything, I just let him.
Alright Ben,
I
you've
just
got
let him
about
hit
4
the front
laps
of
of
my car
fuel
and
left. Your last lap time was at 132.6.
only 0 contacts for me anyway, because he's come out right to the outside and given me no room. So he can shove it up his ass. I'm not slowing. Gave him room on the inside to go past.
He's done a knock on to you. Not that I think Ocon's at fault.
7th position.
Anyways. Don't worry, Chris, if I take a fine line into there, usually that's just me struggling to get it stopped.
Come on, car, burn more fuel. I want some new tyres. Please
Tyres
go.
are pretty shot now.
The leader, Williams, is pitting.
Yeah, everyone seems to think that I'm trying to overtake him in there. Realistically, I'm just trying not to die.
That's the problem, because I got Andrew Ritchie coming to get me for position now, and he's all over the back of me because my tyres are on their way down, and badly. But I need to make it.
You running the setup from Friday?
Yeah, fully. You take it, man. You got more speed.
P5.
Fair enough.
Yes,
Yeah, I've made a
3 laps
couple of
of fuel
adjustments
left.
on the fly, and
The
I've
guy on
seemed
your
to have
left.
gained a bit of
He's
pace.
still there. You're clear on the left.
Lots of cars
Nice
are
move,
pitting
mate.
now, but I'm not going to make it through to the end if I pit now. They could be going for a 2-stop. Not sure.
No, not a pro.
I can probably make it work stopping in this lap. 84 tank limit. I need to have.
The gap
Pitting
behind
in
is
this
now
lap.
0.8.
Chris?
A
The
few
leader is
laps
pitting
on.
now.
You know what blue flag means?
Look out for the
is
pit
it?
speed limit.
It's the box Prem.
Vela is now leading.
I was going to go another lap, but I pitted in early because of it. Yeah, I was going to go another lap, but because he was slowing me up, I just went.
What's your speed? Box in 280 meters. Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box
Stop,
now.
Sean, stop.
There's traffic behind, keep your wits about you. Okay Ben, halfway home, fuel looks good, E9.
Jeez, this is a long ass pit stop.
I've jumped Kokoschki. No. Fuck. I had jumped Kokoschki and then I spun.
The leader, Vela, is pitting.
Got to remember I'm on cold tyres,
Yeah, that was my problem.
Take too long to heat. Full fuel. What's the track term?
26.
Yeah, Ben, I'm asking.
Yeah, I was letting you know anyway because I already know. Yeah, I forgot to change my settings back.
Richie knows I'm on for a battle on colds. He knows I'm on for it.
Yeah, well, I had made an overcut on Kokoschki by being fast enough while he was in the pits. And then
Chris
spun.
Barnes hasn't pitted yet, has he?
No.
No, 'cause he's 15 seconds behind me, that's how I know.
P8. Okay, Ben, the next car is Crow. Williams is now in the lead.
Barnes is in the lane.
Yeah, well, he's probably going to jump me because of the spin.
Skillback's in the lane.
The gap to Crow in front is now 1.3.
Damn it, I lost heaps of time to you, Chris. I spun on me out lap.
B9, what's going on, mate? Come on, get your act together.
Yeah, I forgot to adjust my settings while in the pit stop, so I had really hot tyre settings on a cold tyre.
That's very much. Whoa, sorry.
Yeah, I should have had 5th. That's where Barnes is right now. Fuck it. In fact, 4th even. The worst part was I'd managed to overcut Kokoschki and then spun in front of him.
That came out just fine.
Yeah, I came out like 2.5 seconds ahead and then spun in turn 2.
The gap to Crow ahead is increasing. It's now 1.4 seconds.
Sounds of the spastic mutt in the background.
gap behind is now 3.8 seconds.
Cheers, mate. Alright, cool. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Dara.
Copy. Copy.
Yes? Oh, not yet.
That was 132.5.
Thanks, Darren. Alright, man.
God damn it.
The gap to Crow ahead is now 2.5 seconds.
What's the track temp? What's the track temp? Yeah, something like that.
No, it usually won't more than 1 degree throughout the race.
Sweet!
Unless it's a really, really long race.
Right, front roll bar back up. One. Let's see what that does. Okay.
Well, down click from your normal position should give you a little bit more front grip in general.
Yeah, but
Increasing the rear will give you a bit more point. Sending the brakes backwards a bit will give you a little bit more turn on the brakes.
right, everything's back to how it was before I had shocking tyres. Let's see how we go.
The guy in front is Crow.
Now, Fritchie can have another mistake like that or pass it.
Eighth place. That lap was a 132.2. Your lap times are pretty consistent.
Fuck, if that was a 132.2 and these guys are making a gap, they must be rocketing. What was the guy ahead's last lap?
131.8.
131.8 from Crow. What was number 14's last lap?
Speak more clearly, I can't hear you.
What was Skillbeck's last lap?
131.7.
131.7 from Skillbeck. Fuck.
Just go inside down here, Tyson. I'll stay out wide.
Cheers, mate.
The gap to Crow in front is now 2.6 seconds. That lap was a 131.6.
Oh, I did a 1:31.6 last lap.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
I'm going to take a random stab and so you meant 1:31.6?
What did I say?
1:21.
Oh, whatever. I thought I said 31, but yes, 1:31.6. What was the guy in front's last lap?
1:32.0.
Yeah, I was going to say, I caught him a couple of tenths. What was Skillbeck's last lap?
1:31.9.
I'm ready for you, Simon. Give me a heads up.
Thanks, mate.
He said Simon. Oh, unless that was
thanks,
someone
mate.
else.
No, I was talking to Prem. He let me
Oh.
pass, so I just said
Why,
thanks.
fuck me. He balked me on the way down the hill and everything.
I tell you what, it wasn't easy to pass him because
And
he's
then-
gone around the outside through Stoner,
Well
and
then,
then coming up into the little right-hander there, he's darted across the
because I spun,
track in front of me.
he then nearly nailed me, took the normal pit exit and then he nailed
Come on,
me.
mate, we really need to get the hammer down now. P8, you've just done a 1:32.3.
There's a 1:32.3, I made a big fuck up.
What was Richie's last lap?
What was Barnes' last lap?
1:31.7.
31.7 for Chris, yeah.
Inside hairpin. Thanks, guys.
No worries.
I hadn't changed my brake bias and then I did and it made a world of difference and then I made a big fuck up on the next lap anyway.
The gap to Crow ahead is now 2.3 seconds. P9, you've just done a 1:31.9.
What was Crow's last lap?
1:32.2.
What was Barnes' last lap?
1:32.1.
What was Skillbeck's last lap?
1:32.2.
I caught them all last lap.
What was Richie's last lap?
32.69.
Mine was a 1:32.68. What was Christensen's last lap?
31.89.
What was Dunn's last lap?
1:32.9.
It's not too bad. Especially not when you consider how much more racing I've done in this thing. .132 flat, damn it!
8th place.
What was Crow's last lap?
1:32.5.
What was Skillbeck's last lap?
1:32.4.
What was Barnes' last lap?
1:32.0.
Same as me. And then I go and do that.
Oh, Ben, track limits, come on.
just as I was starting to apply the heat.
How are my tyres?
How are my tyres?
We don't have the data. The gap to Crow ahead is now 2.4 seconds. P9.
How's my fuel?
How's the car? How's the car? Okay, don't respond. How's my tyres?
We don't have that data.
How's the car?
It won't respond. Did yours respond on the tyres?
The tyres, yeah.
Mine's not being very happy with me. How's my tyres?
We don't have enough data for that.
Normally I don't have the data, which yeah, normally it'd say your temps are good.
What he's trying to say there, Ben, is you don't have any left.
I was about to say, says you with your lap times, but I did do a 33.1 last lap. That was because I did kind of go off.
Oh, I'm just slower because I'm slower. I'm about a second slower than you normally, a little bit more.
This lap's not going to be too flash either, just quietly.
I'm just sideways through the hay shed.
Thank you.
How's my tyre temps?
We haven't got that data.
Why not? What are my tyres like?
P8.
So
No, I didn't catch that.
That's what I said, but...
How's the tyres?
We haven't got that data.
No, it reckons it does not have that data.
Well, I just went flying off the road up at the hay shed.
Yeah, that's not usually very wise.
Didn't lose any positions out of it.
But hey, that's up to you.
Yellow flag.
Where's the car behind?
Oh, fucking... Jesus!
Where's the car behind?
Sorry mate, I didn't catch that.
No, that's not a command I can use. Right.
Oh, Darren Cartwright just drove straight across the track. He's lapped down and he just randomly drove across the track in front of me.
Go inside down here, Grant.
Copy that.
Ben.
Thanks, mate.
What?
Just quietly, the leader's 4 seconds behind me.
Yeah, and?
I'm going to be nuked.
Yeah, I told you to put less fuel in.
Nah, it's all good, I'm burning it.
Put less in, you jump cars ahead. The problem is I was really catching on to the guys in front, but then I went off and then that happened.
You do raise a point. Had I put a laps less in, I would have been out in front of Richie.
Sorry if that was me, Chris.
Oh no.
Oh man, I was
What's happened?
I don't know. Chris Hill seems to be going okay, but he's lost about 4 seconds. He's battling Koshki, who I should have been battling. What was Crow's last lap?
132.7.
It was 133.5. It was horrendous here. I've just lost heaps of time.
P8, you've just done a 132.5.
What was Crow's last lap?
133.1.
Huge game on him. Well, you're about to be overlapped. What position are you, Sean?
13. It keeps telling me I'm 12, but I am 13.
I wonder if sometimes, it doesn't always, but sometimes I get that and I do end up the position it reckons by the end of the race. Pit stop, fuel to the end.
It's fine, you got loads.
Cool. Okay. So, as far as even crew chief's concerned, I've got heaps. It's because I do.
Pit stop, fuel to the end.
P8.
Cool.
Crew chief's normally the one telling you you've got none.
Third or fourth time that Ross D. Wilson guy's been on the radio about a crash. Is there something common about that crash other than the fact that he's involved in it?
I'm unaware.
I was right behind him when he spun himself in the second last corner. No. And then I made contact with him and sent him off the track again when he tried to unlap himself like it was flat.
He's in the pits now. What was Crow's last lap?
132.5.
Fuck, I made 8/10 on him that lap.
Where is Christensen? Are you P11?
9.
It's telling me you're P11.
That would be Adrian Zeal.
And the car in front of you is Crow.
Yeah.
No, now it's telling me I'm P11.
Lol.
But I'm not.
Thanks, Michael.
The car on your right side.
Well, he has let me
Clear right.
pass, but
The
I
gap
have
to
lost
Crow
time thanks
ahead
to
is
it.
now 1.4 seconds.
Thanks, Michael.
Pardon?
Sorry, this was
Michael who?
Bridges. I did lose a bit of time, but you usually do anyway.
You're
when
2
you-
tenths off the pace in sector
Going
1.
past
Sector 2
someone.
is 0.3 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.4 off the pace.
What was Crow's last lap?
132.6.
Yeah, he was still 5/10 slower than me. He knows I'm coming.
Car on your left side. Left side's clear.
Come on, track limits.
For crying out loud. Every time I seem to get near you, Rob, I end up losing the rear.
I'm not sure if that was meant to come through Discord. It came through.
Don't worry. Me,
Yellow flag, caution.
I'm short on fuel.
Yeah, I should have been up around 5th place, but I spun on my outlap from the pits.
That's a big rip, my dude.
What's Tyson said?
Dunno.
Go inside down here, Craig.
Where's
8th place.
Oh, green. Green, he's the third though, isn't he?
Thanks, mate.
Cheers. Got
Right side. Clear right.
Thanks again, Michael.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Push now, the guy behind is catching. Well done, Ben.
Thanks,
nice
mate.
move, mate.
Yeah, all good.
So he's running low on fuel, but he knows with 4 laps to go that at least he'll just let me pass because he's never going to keep me behind. Good bloke.
Don't think about the lap times, just hit each and every apex. E7, that was a 133.4.
Good on him. Just for letting you pass, then, eh?
Thing is, because I've had 2 big cock-ups plus the spin, I'm now probably not going to be able to get Skillback. What was Skillback's last lap?
136.2.
Oh, he was 3 seconds slower last lap. So he obviously had a big problem. This could be on like Donkey Kong if he keeps locking up.
Good pass, mate.
Cheers, mate.
He's coming through to lap me and I locked up anyway, so rather than, you know, try and get back on the racing line, I just stayed wide and told him to pass.
go inside, Simon.
You mean common sense?
Yeah, something a lot of people do happen to lack on here,
Rather.
especially when it comes to getting lapped.
Thanks, mate.
Right, well it's now on like Donkey Kong with half a second between me and Vincent.
Okay, Ben, you're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 0.4. Keep it neat and tidy. We still might get something out of this.
There's a car on your left. Left side's clear.
P6, your last lap time was
Thanks,
at
mate.
132.4.
Yeah, I've got some bent steering, so I'm having trouble turning right.
Andrew, outside.
What's he got?
Yeah, I figured something must have been wrong. That'd be why he was 3 seconds slower that lap.
Why is that?
He's got bent steering, so he obviously had an accident. plus the steering's fucked.
Not enough to give me the black flag, but annoying.
No, that feeling all too well.
Cheers.
How many points are you up to?
Only 7 actually.
Yeah. What was Barnes' last lap?
132.5. The gap behind is now 3.8. 2 laps left.
Two laps left. Chris has got to make a big mistake for me to catch him. He's only half a second behind Kokoschki, so I doubt it.
Or did you just get on to lap 45 now?
Yeah. Well, I'm coming into turn 4 on the brakes now.
I'm just coming around the final corner. That's alright, I've only got to do 45 anyway.
They're fighting and I'm catching them, but not enough. So what I mean, between the spin and the 2 big offs, I should be right up there in 5th easily.
Yeah, well, I've seen your many posts on many comments on Facebook about Van Gears shit. Racing is racing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's my fault.
Fuck, the dickhead's saying, oh, you should be given it team points, penalties and stuff. Like, yeah, okay.
They were using so the excuse, I'll go through this now, because we've got 3 people watching, and whether they're interested or not, I don't care. Oh, Barnes has gotten past Kokoschki, who's falling right back.
I don't know if you saw, but Red Bull actually asked for it to be a team penalty rather than...
Yeah, so their reasoning was because Erebus and Pasquale got team points in Adelaide, I think it was.
1 more lap to go. That last lap was at 132.6.
Because they put it in too early. And that's, Supercars turned around and went, well, that's completely different, and Red Bull went, no, it's not. Supercars went, well, yeah, it is, because the difference is if you go too early, it's not really a danger thing. You go too late, the car drops and drives off with the fuel hose still connected, and that is danger.
I will finish this race before you, Ben.
I've got 4 seconds to catch up, but I've caught a second already this lap.
That's good, Grant. Sorry earlier, Ben.
Here we go.
How'd your I rating get so low? Jesus.
Cross the line for 13.
Unless he makes a big mistake.
Yeah, man.
All good, Darren. I just absolutely shit myself, that's all.
My I rating's always been shit. I don't think I've ever made top split in a soft road.
He's made a huge mistake through
Good
there.
race, Tyson. Chris, pretty good.
Cheers, Grant. Cheers, Grant.
No.
You've been around Scots a bit though, haven't you? Or am I tripping? I've won a top split race.
7th is where it comes.
Quite a while ago though.
P7. Okay, we're done.
Yeah, Hampstead days.
Bit low on fuel, Stephen.
VIR 500 in 2016. What team were you rolling around with? ANZ. Ah, yes, thought so. So that's with like Phil Cell, Scotty, SVG, etc. Carter.
Bugger it, managed to get back to 7th.
Yeah, when it was around, like that was the last season of ANZ really being around.
Yeah, well, Robert was low on fuel, and
Good race,
Skillbeck had damaged steering. Almost got Kokoschki in the end as well, but as I said, I had 3 big screw-ups. One was the spin and 2 were 2 big off tracks.
Unlucky there, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I was trying to feel safe.
Yeah, I thought so.
Boys, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I thought that was the case. Yeah, as I said, yeah, the spin cost me a lot of time there, and then I had
Nice race,
2 big
Craig, well
lockups
done.
into turn 4.
You had the pace late in those stints.
Oh shit, yeah, I was at one point there like a second faster than you 3 in front of me. I was like, holy shit, where'd that come from? That second stint at the end of the stint, the car just turned on, like in the second half of the stint. I think I only dropped down into the 33s in the last 6 or 7 laps.
Composure is needed.
Yeah, well, that was my problem. Was just every time I got close to the back of Robert Crow, I don't know what it was coming. Whether I jumped on the brakes at fly shit too late into turn 4, I just locked the rears both times, and it screwed me on top of just not thinking really out of the pits. How far ahead of you was the next car?
Yeah, it's about 10 seconds.
Okay, so if I hadn't have spun, I was possibly up there. Would have been a pretty big push though.
Yeah, I'm happy with 5th. It's a good result.
Yeah, well, I started 5th, and towards the middle and back half of the first stint, the car dropped off a lot until I made a couple of changes. That was when, yeah, sorry about that, into turn 1. I was just scrambling for ideas on why the car had suddenly gone so slow.
How did you guys go in the...
Good man, I came 5th and Ben came in, what?
7th, yeah, made a couple of big cock-ups but managed to recover. Bit lucky there, Robert Crow was running out of fuel and Skillbeck copped bent steering towards the end, so I managed to wrap up both of those, but really with my screw-ups I probably deserved to be 9th, but a bit of luck at the end.
How'd you go, bro?
I started 20th, I think. And at one point I moved up, I think, to around 15th, 14th maybe. But then I messed up and ran wide at the hairpin, and then I made a few other mistakes afterwards trying to catch up. And I finished 18th, I think, in the end.
Not bad, it would have been a tough field, man.
It was, yeah, it was. Lost about 50 I rating.
Ouch. It could have been worse.
Yeah, could have, yeah.
I gained 35, so I'm back into the 1500s. And I gained 20 safety rating because I've had some shockers the last couple of weeks.
Man, I won 2 skip Harbour races over the weekend at fucking Mosport, and I'm like up to 1700, and now I'm scared to race it.
Yeah, well, that's you were number 1 in the session.
I was car number 1.
So yeah.
Holy shit. And the pole was 129.8. And I'm like, holy shit, man, for this split,
yeah, that was
man.
Pretty quick. Well, Tyson, who was on pole, did a 130.3 in the race. I did a 131.3.
I won 31.5.
In fact,
pace, man.
I was one.
Be more consistent.
Yeah, well, that's as I said. I just had a couple of little cock-ups there, and just evening the setup out when you guys first went past me didn't help. But That's that. I was 1/10,000th slower on my fastest lap than Simon Vella.
I was catching him for a bit, and then I dropped off. I dropped off heaps in the back end of those stints.
Yeah, he's pretty good towards the end of the stint. I noticed you did. That's because I was sitting pretty even with you towards the end of the first stint, and then suddenly I just started reeling you in.
I must eat up my tyres or something.
Well, the other thing is, do you make any changes to your...
No.
Yeah, see, I made slight changes as the stint went on just to try and help regulate the temperature of the tyres.
Is Ricardo over here?
Oh, well, that was the problem in the first stint, why I dropped off so much at the start there. The car started to slide and I didn't think about it, didn't make a change, and then the tyres really overheated.
Isn't it like it's supposed to be like every 5 laps you're supposed to change your bars or whatever?
Oh, I don't care about however often. I just go with when the car doesn't quite feel right anymore.
So that's my problem. I can't really detect when it doesn't feel right. I just notice when I'm going slow.
Yeah, well,
Same.
That's it. I normally...
Plus, I don't know whether it's me being too aggressive with my driving.
Yeah, well, that is the problem.
I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's tyres. I don't know if it's, whatever. It could be 50 million different things. It's really hard to nail down what it is.
Yeah, I normally find I'll notice over a period of 2 or 3 laps, it'll be a case of, I just notice the car starting to understeer here or there, or the rear starting to really step out a bit under acceleration, or a bit more rear locking. So I think in the first stint I had to soften the rear bar a click, move the brake bias forwards 2 clicks. And that cooled the rears off enough to give me the grip. And then in the second stint I started to notice it, caught onto it, and that's when I really started to catch you guys. I caught onto it early enough, changed it, and the tyres cooled off too much, and then I changed it back, and it was almost like having a new set of tyres on in the second half of the stint.
Let's see, yeah. Could be the missing link.
Yeah, like it sounds harder than it is. It's more of just a, go by feel type of thing. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not.
I guess good first step is to actually assign the buttons, and then I might try it.
That's a good start. Well, what wheel setup and that do you have?
I've got G27 wheel, and I bought what are they? Fanatic. Fucking Elite LC with the load cell.
Oh yeah.
Nothing special. But better than the Logitech ones. I went through like 5 sets of fucking Logitech pedals.
Yeah. Well, I've got the
wheels held up. So.
Logitech pedals with the spring upgrade in them.
Oh yeah, yeah. These were like, I think they were 350 with the load cell.
That's not too bad.
That I forget what it's called. What got the box behind? CSL Elite. That's what they are. I did a review on YouTube and shit ages ago. That new Fanatic wheel. Holy shit.
The DD stuff?
Oh man, the one that was in the chat the other night. I was like, holy fuck.
I don't know.
I have a new F1 Esports one. It was a limited edition run, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, are you serious? Okay.
Yeah.
Probably like 5k.
I don't think it was that. I think it was maybe 3,000 of them. I can't remember though, but there was limited.
Do you know how much it was?
To be like
$200-300, I think. I think like the normal price. Yeah.
It's not too bad. That's better than what I thought. Man.
Was that the F1 wheel?
Actually, it might have been more because it had the quick release on it, so maybe 400, 500.
Yeah, like as far as bases go, like those DD1 and DD2 wheels, they're really good when you think about the price of a direct drive. Like they're not cheap, but by all standards, they're pretty cheap.
Yeah.
They're Fanatic bases, are they?
Yeah, they've bought out 2 different direct drive wheelbases.
DD1 and DD2.
Right. I'll have to check it out. Fuck man, you're gonna make me spend a shitload of money, guys.
Yeah, well that's why I went with the Club Sport wheelbase. It's the closest thing you get to direct drive without actually having direct drive, and you save thousands by not doing it. Obviously it's not the same, but it's pretty good. Well,
how much do these DD things?
Now that Fanatec have done them, it saves you a lot. But I think the SimuCube thing, which Hybrid Racing Sims were doing, I think the base model of that was 2200.
Oh my Jesus!
And that's it's basically a whole separate computer to run it, and then the wheel, and then the base. But you've then got to have a wheel to attach to that with your own your own release system, or however you're going to do it, and all this and that. Like most people spend, well, if you look at some of the HRS stuff, like their GT8 and that he's asking 1,500, $2,000 for them.
They are works of art, though.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, they are really, really impressive.
And everything I hear is like it makes a massive difference. Like I've heard the pedals and a load cell is going to make the biggest difference overall. But
yeah,
the next thing.
Well, that's a lot of people buy stuff and expect to notice, half a second or a second faster in their lap times. It's like you might be if you're lucky. If you're coming from something really shit to that, you might, but it's not so much the single lap speed that you're going to go. It's the fact that you're doing, for example, Phillip Island, you're doing a 30.5 every lap, as opposed to a 30.5 one lap and a 31.2 the next, and it's the consistently being at the same pace.
Something to think about.
Yeah, well, it'll be a set of Fanatec V3 pedals for me next.
How much are they, man? I was looking at those, they're pretty expensive.
The normal ones, about $550, I think.
It's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad.
It's pretty good.
I can't fault these pedals, man, and like they've held up really well. They're really well built.
Yeah, well, that's...
Well, they've made me quicker, for sure, with the low cell brake. 100%. Takes a bit to get used to.
I was going to get HE Pros, like what Rob's got, and if I had have seen it when they first went on clearance, I probably would have got it, because I think they were down to about 800 when they went on clearance. But they got snapped up pretty quick at that price.
Oh my god.
So they're usually about 1,200, I think.
Yeah.
How much is your wheel, Rob? If you don't mind me asking.
My McLaren wheel, I think I paid $250 when I pre-ordered it, and because, yeah, well, it's because it came with the flimsy not quick release, it's a flimsy, like it's decent, but it's not great. The one it comes with, it's like a clamp, and then you have to screw it down. But because they had problems with the first set of McLaren wheels, they stopped sending them out, and they moved the delivery date further back, so they gave everyone a free quick release with it. So I saved having to buy like the quick release. I think that's like $150 by itself. So yes, I saved that, and I can't remember. I think the base is 600 or 800 or something. I can't remember though.
So yeah, realistically, and that's all Fanatic stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Realistically, I'm looking at $1,000 for a half decent wheel.
Yeah.
I spent I think 500 on my base second-hand V2. where I got hit then was when oh, you would have missed that. I had a blow up at a guy because he'd sold me something and then backed out and sold it to someone else and then told me. And because I was set then on getting what he'd sold me, I ended up getting the brand new universal hub and wheel rim, which ended up costing me a bit over 600, I think, for the rim. But the advantage that means that I can pull the rim off and use whatever rim I want on the hub. But in saying that, if you can only spend 300, like Rob's thing, you know, $250 or $300 on one, I mean, why not? But I kind of wanted to make it a bit more like a V8 wheel.
So, is your one a direct drive, Rob?
No, mine's a version 2.5,
Right, okay.
the latest belt-driven one.
Okay, okay.
So the biggest difference between mine and Rob's, as far as I know, is basically just cooling.
Yeah, I think the electronics are slightly different as well. But
oh yeah, that's right.
I don't think it makes too much of a difference.
Yeah, from what I could tell, performance-wise, it doesn't make too much. Like feel and all that, it's no different. It's more just well, as you had with yours, they had a few problems with the V2s that they've fixed with the update.
Yeah.
And Ben,
Keen on. I'm going to check out these Fanatic direct drive base.
Yes, Sean.
Yes. Just have a look at the safety rating from mine.
You went plus 0.41. Yeah, so you've obviously had some really crappy races, and then you've just had one with 7 incidents. So.
Yeah, exactly, and it also helps that this race was many laps too, with only 7 incidents. So the incident per lap ratio was very low.
Yeah, well, I only had 8, so I went up 0.2. And yeah, as you say, there's that. Plus, if you have a relatively clean race, next race you'll go up over 3 because it'll do the auto boost thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I got down to like 3.12.
If I get it up over what week are we in now?
I was 3.04. I had gone really close to going back under 3.
Fuck, what week are we in? We're in week... oh shit, week 11.
Oh.
Next week we are at Road America.
Oh, yes, that is going to be awesome. I did it in the GT3, and like we're going to struggle for air traction a bit, but it's going to be so fun. Yeah.
The full track too.
Yeah. Yeah. Out. Out. Get out.
Have you stopped screaming or you scream at your dog?
Alright, dude.
Yeah, I have stopped screaming at the dog now.
See you later, mate.
See ya. I might even... oh, hang on. Sorry. Fun fact, there's 3 people registered for the next race.
Sadly, Ben, that's not enough to make it official, mate.
Oh, if that was enough... if it... actually, that could be one to watch. If that goes official, I'm there. Otherwise, Sean, how long are you going to be on for tonight?
Probably not all that long, eh?
Okay, I was about to say... oh, right.
Probably
Rob's gone as well, so we can talk in here. I was about to say, do you want to go and practice at Road America?
Oh, I don't know.
Because it is
Probably
quite
not.
soon.
Probably not. I mean, I'm dead.
Ah, you'll be right.
Hey, you know that was a 200-kilometer race?
Yeah, I'd believe that.
Well, actually 200.025 for me and 204.47 for you.
Well then. Oh no, mine was a bit longer. I had to get back on the track a few times.
Yeah, so did I.
And I went backwards at one point, and yeah.
Yeah, that video I sent to the iRacing twats, that's when I was talking about where he unlapped himself and then just speared to the outside of a track on the exit. I'm guessing he thought he was going to come out just ahead of me, but...
Yeah, it didn't seem too bad from that view.
Oh no, it wasn't too bad at all, but I did tag him. But don't tell him that.
See, from that view... Oh, okay, yeah, I see where he shimmies. From that view, you can't actually tell how close you got just on the exit.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Wasn't the best view for it, but it couldn't be fucked changing the camera.
Yeah, see, I hadn't realised that when I watched it the first time. I thought you were still quite away, and I was like, Oh, also, I don't know if you... I don't know if you saw McLaughlin will be running 17 next year.
Oh, is he sticking with the number, is he?
Yeah, he announced, I think, at the end of the race on Foxtel that he was going to be leaving it up to Dick, and then announced this morning that they were going to be sticking with 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna bugger off.
Okay.
See ya.
See ya. Okay, viewers, well, that is all from us. I'm just editing something. Yeah, that's all from us. We'll see how this goes. I doubt it'll go official this next race. I really doubt it. It's only got 3 people there, so unlikely. So yeah. Anyway, I might do a bit of practice, but no point starting a stream for that. You guys are probably ready for bed, I dare say. So we shall go and I'll practice or something. But yeah, thanks for watching tonight. As I said, if I could keep the car going in the right direction for a whole race, it'd be helpful. But these things happen. These things happen. It'll be one of those things as we get on. As I said, I just was behind the 8 ball a bit early on, and then was too far ahead of it late on, and then got a hold of it and had some really good pace late in the race. But yeah, just couple of little mistakes. It happens. So yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see how we go. We might race tomorrow night. Ooh dear. Might race tomorrow night, might not. I don't know yet. So anyway, thank you for watching and good night.